That's So Good podcast.
Because I feel like so many people want to get all the amazing jobs and amazing positions, but like no one knows how the people actually got there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I really feel like God put this on my heart like such a long time ago to do this. And I don't know, I just feel like I wanted to start it. And that's why I asked you about it.
I love it because that's also part of my calling. You know, when you kind of align yourself with your purpose, things start falling into place. And that's when you came in, because it's women were one of this, right?
I know.
And look, it's happening, it's coming into place. And I've always felt in my heart that I want to help women. I want to help other people start their businesses, do what their dreams are, right? And so here we are.
Hi, everybody. Today, I'm so excited. I have a really great guest of mine. I now can call her a friend. Like, I've known her for the last few years. She actually started being my laser hair removal lady. That's what I used to call her. I was like, oh, Cindy, my laser hair removal lady. But then I realized that she's so much more than that. We have Sindy Franco. She is a CEO and owner of Excel Aesthetics in North Miami. But she's also a boss babe, business developer. She's an entrepreneur and businesswoman with over 24 years of experience in practice management. She's working hands-on with patients and physicians. Excel Aesthetics in Miami is a full-service medical aesthetic center offering non-surgical treatments to enhance natural beauty, from injectables to laser hair removal, facials, weight loss programs, and more.
Yes. So thank you so much for that intro. And yes, I am Sindy Franco. I am a dream builder and founder of Excel Aesthetics. So thank you so much for having me in this wonderful podcast that you have created. And it falls right into my purpose. Like we were talking earlier, my calling is always to be able to help other women and men as well to be able to make it to their dreams. If their dream is to open a business, I want to help them out. I want to make it a lot easier for them to get to that dream. And things that I didn't have, those resources that I didn't have, that I had to learn the hard way, I want to make it easier for them to make it to those goals. So thank you so much for having me.
Yes, I'm so excited. And I love that you're like the dream developer, which you really are. Like, I feel like 50 like has knows me from literally from like rock bottom to like now. Like she's heard all my stories, everything. Cause I think I first came into here like 3 years ago almost at this
I think
point.
4.5 years.
No way. Hasn't been that long.
It was already COVID.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow, just time goes by so fast, and I've lived in so many different places, and
Yeah.
you haven't seen me for a long period, and then you see me again, and then like you moved to this great new location, and then we were talking last time, and I'm like, wait, Cindy is such a great person to interview, and like you have 24 years of experience, like especially in this field, like there's not that many women, so that's why I was like, I have to know your how. I have to know how how did you get into this field?
So I've, as you mentioned, I've had plenty of years, over 20 years of experience in the medical field, in the management world. So I managed different clinics. I was able to take these small businesses from 6 figures to 7 figures.
Wow.
And I said, okay, if I could do it for them, I could do it for myself. And so I exited out of that company, and then I partnered up with one physician, and I was able to open my business from scratch, take it from 0 to 7 figures. And then after that, that's in the medical field, right? We're taking care of seniors, we're taking care of chronic conditions. And so one day we were just speaking with a nurse practitioner who's Yali, and she was talking about aesthetics. Oh my God, I love aesthetics, and I want to go ahead and start. I don't know where to start, how to start, and let's do it.
I know.
And that's the type of people that know me. That's the type of person I am. Let's do it. Let's not wait on it. And that's one of the advices that I give to people. You have that dream and you don't know how to start it, but just start it. And eventually everything will come into play. Yes, you're going to have challenges. Yes, you're going to have to learn, but it's doable. And so Yali, Dr. Durandis, and myself then partnered up, and we opened Excel Aesthetics. which, as you mentioned, is to make sure that we tap into that inner beauty and make the women and men more confident in their own bodies. We just help them bring out that beauty that they already have.
Yeah, and I love that because I feel like Miami is known as such a superficial place, and there's a lot of really fake looking people walking around. And it makes me always think, I'm like, man, like, where did you go to get that done? Like, why would they like that? Like,
why would they do that to me? Why wouldn't they advise you that to?
You're like, why would you want to walk around like that? But as I've talked to some girls, like, they want to look like that, you know. But that's their thing. Let them do that.
They all look the same.
They all look the same. I'm like, I feel like now I look at women as like the same filter, you know, the same like Instagram filter. That's what I love about you girls, is that you girls are like all like, just like you said, your inner beauty, just making it a little boost.
Yes.
Which I think is that's great. Enhancing your natural beauty, which I think is so important, because I feel like we're all naturally beautiful, but sometimes maybe you just need a little oomph. Like maybe your eyes are a little puffy. You want to remove the hair somewhere. You get a facial. Like, oh, you need a little tweak. Like, that's okay. That is totally fine with me.
Yeah, because as you mentioned, we are beautiful, and God made us like this. I'm a believer, strong believer in God, and God made us special. So we are not gonna look alike. And he made it like this on purpose so that we can all shine with our own beauty, right? And so why look like somebody else? I think the goal now, Instagram is really big on that it wants to make you look like someone in particular, but we shouldn't. We should look like our own selves, because there's no one else like you, and you are special. You are great the way that God made you. Yes, you have, like you mentioned, a little tweak here and there, maybe some extra fatty deposit that you want to get rid of, right? We got you. That's what we're here for. That's where aesthetics is here.
I love that. And I think that, like, it's like, you know, before you would see like, now every girl has the same nose, the same lips, and same cheekbones. And I'm like, no, you look great. Maybe your nose is a little bigger, but it's beautiful on you. Like,
it's beautiful on you,
yeah, like, God made us the way we're supposed to, but if we want to just enhance it a little, I mean, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? I don't really have much done to me, but like, from looking at like the girls that I know, you know, it's okay. Like, I think I did half a syringe of lip fillers like 2.5 years ago. And I'm good. Like, I don't think I don't know if I'll do it again, but like, it was good to try. I was like, oh, I just wanted a little oomph. I got it. I tried it, and I'm like, I'm good. I don't really touch my face. I do need a facials waiting for me and Cindy. That is something we've been to do. I'm like, anything anti-aging, like the natural way, like, I'm all
and preventative is very important.
If you're in
your 20s and your early 30s, you really don't notice it. You're in your prime age, right? You're eating a whole like a whole pie of pizza, and you're not gaining an ounce, right? Guess what? You get a little bit older and your metabolism slows down, and you can start seeing that weight gain without you even eating that much. And that's where we come in. We try to help you maintain the ideal weight with different treatments that we have here at Excel Aesthetics. So I understand that when you're young, you feel amazing, and you are amazing, and your weight is perfect, and you don't see as many wrinkles, but you will get to that age where you're going to need it. So don't wait until it's too late that we cannot remove those wrinkles, right? That because there's areas in our face that the nurse practitioners cannot inject fillers in. So now the big thing is preventative Botox, which is they call the baby tox, which is for areas around our forehead or around our eyes, to make sure that those fine lines don't become too big that we cannot help you with.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about that. I'm terrified of Botox just because, like, I don't know, I'm so weird with like injections. But like, I do know a lot of people have told me that. But that's why I think it's great here that you have so many things like lasers and facials. So if you don't want to go on that route, like, you can just do the laser and facial route. You know, like, for me, I'm like, that is so good too.
Yeah.
So you like, honestly, Excel Aesthetics has everything.
Yeah.
So it's like perfect, which I think is so exciting because you have like a whole variety, and your prices are so fair.
Super.
So fair, because I feel like in Miami, some people would charge you like girls in Miami want to have health insurance, but they'll pay for like and it's like half of their rent.
I see that all the time.
It's like, That is so like insane.
That's because they haven't found us. They haven't found Excel Aesthetic. So now if they listen to your podcast, they'll be able to find us and they'll be able to do the Botox and pay the rent and pay their
Literally, like, oh, I want a facial and pay my rent. I'll do it.
like most people, like you mentioned, you're scared of Botox. I was scared of Botox. Okay, and I said, I don't want to do that. That's too superficial. That's like very vain. I don't want to be that type of person. Then they put Botox on my forehead. And it changed completely. It was like, wow, I love the look. It looks amazing. I don't look as old. And I just totally fell in love with Botox. So I know the feeling because I had been there. But once you put on Botox, it's like if you need glasses and you never knew you needed glasses and you put them on for the first time and then you could see and you realize, wow, I really needed glasses. That's how Botox is for me. And now
you're to put it. I never never thought of it that way.
Yeah, that's what it is. And now, okay, people are going more the natural way, right? So we have the exosomes also. We have the peptides. We have so many regenerative medicine now that we can use. So it doesn't necessarily have to be Botox. We have the radio frequency too that is non-invasive and it's not injected. So we have so many other ways that we can help you stay young, longer period.
I love that. See, like that, like I'm all for that. Like I love all about that. And I always like to ask people about their upbringing because I feel like that gives a lot of saying as to like the woman or man they became. And so like, just like, well, how was your upbringing?
So my upbringing was a very humble upbringing, right? As you know, I'm from Honduras, Central America, which is also, I support our Central American people. And I came when I was very young. I came when I was 6. I turned 7 here in the United States. And I grew up in a very humble home. My stepdad was a waiter. And my mom was a stay-at-home mom. And it was me and my brother. And we went to school regularly. They took care of us, but very humble, very humble. My parents then had a business. They had a catering business and they started that. And my brother and I started working in that catering business. And I think that's where I get my work ethics. Like we were up early in the morning preparing for the parties, and then the parties, which we did 15s and weddings, we were up late, picking up, cleaning up, and everything. So that created a work ethic for us to be responsible and to work hard in our businesses. And I think that showed me quite a bit on how to run a business. So my dad was the one who I think not subconscious, but without really knowing that he was installing that in me, he did. He put that little seed in me and running businesses.
I love that. Yeah, I love that because I feel like you witness a different type of business.
Yes.
But it made you be like, okay, I love running a business. I love being my own boss. Like I saw my dad do it and he can do it.
Yeah.
You know, a man that's not from this country, or I can do it. Even though technically you're not from this country, you did grow up most of your life here. So you do have a different perspective as to the options that a woman could do compared to maybe someone in Honduras that, you know, as a woman, I don't think many are running businesses, especially a medical aesthetics business. So
yeah,
I love that for you. We actually never talked about that.
No,
so it's like so living there, me too. I honestly forget that you're from there. Like I always know you're Central American, but I don't know. For me, I just never thought of it.
No, where do you think I am from usually? Like usually people think when I speak Spanish, there's a Cuban side of me that comes out because I grew up in Miami.
It's Miami.
So for all of those that do not live in Miami, us Miamians have a special way of speaking. Right? I'm sure you're noticing now that I'm speaking. But when I speak Spanish, the Cuban side of me comes out, right? They speak like a Cuban. So a lot of people think, oh, you sound Cuban, but you don't look Cuban. And I'm like, oh, it's because I grew up here.
Yeah. What part of Miami did you grow up?
I grew up in Hialeah.
Okay, that's why.
That's
why. Because I was like, if that's where you grew up, when you say Hialeah, I'm like, oh, there you go. That's so Cuban.
That is so Cuban.
Yeah.
So Cuban city.
That's so, because like I knew you were Cuban, but I'll be honest, like other than a Mexican accent, I don't know any Central Americans. There's not a big community here.
Right.
So I couldn't tell you.
Right.
Even if you were speaking with a pure Honduran accent, like I probably wouldn't even know what it is. I would just be like, she's not from here. Like, that's it. It's okay. I'm half Colombian, half Cuban, so I feel you. I feel you.
Welcome to 305.
Literally, we're North Miami now, so it's a different crowd. It's a different crowd. But so how did it? I know you kind of went into how the Excel aesthetics began, but what year did you actually launch?
So we launched pre-COVID. Okay, so we opened November 2019, and rapidly we had to close because we had to close March. I remember it was March 25th of 2020 because I remember that specific date because that's my birthday, and we had to close down for a while. And because it was such close to close proximity when you take care of clients, right? The injectors couldn't get close to it or COVID, and there was restrictions. So we closed for a good 6 months, and then we went back up on, I would say November of 2022 is when we started up again.
In November of 2022?
Yeah. I'm sorry, of 2020.
Oh, of 20. I was like, 2022?
No. 2020. I was like, sorry for that.
Okay, that's when I like left.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I just thought
So when
consciously of that.
I knew you had come back from Thailand, right?
It was, yes, because I came back into America like around the time you guys opened this aesthetics. So it was around September, October 2019, and then I met you at some point after then, and then COVID all happened, and I've just been in and out.
Yeah.
And I could, because you don't do aesthetics every month.
No.
But yeah,
especially with you, it was retouch. You come every 3 months or every 6 months.
Yeah.
So when we met, we had, I think, reopened, and so that was a challenge. Post COVID was a challenge also. But we managed, and expect that. And when you open a business, you are going to face lots of challenges. It's not going to be a piece of cake. And whoever tells you it's a piece of cake, they're not being very honest.
They're not.
They're not being very honest.
Especially in the city that you could say in a way like it is overly saturated. But I feel that a lot of like the not good places are overly saturated. So I always tell people like, listen, if you need an aesthetic place or something, like let me know, because I know all the good deals in Miami. I know like where to get a good facial, where to get a good like aesthetics, where to go like your car for cheaper, your nails.
Right.
Because I believe in like being beautiful and your natural beauty, but like I'm also like, why are you to spend arm and a leg to just do any of that, just to be a girl?
You also need to be financially savvy, right, with your money. You can't just. I was listening to a podcast. It wasn't a podcast. I think it was just like somebody was being interviewed in the streets of Brickell, and she was giving the guy her budget, and her budget is like $3,000 for her hair, her nails, her facial, her Botox, something like that. And I'm like, okay, well, she can do it. But you gotta make sure that you can find somewhere that has great service with board certified doctors, nurse practitioners that are all certified, but you're also getting it with a good price. And that is here at Excel.
Exactly. Because I feel like so many people say that they do injectables or facials or massages or whatever, but I'm like, they're not registered nurse practitioners. Like, I should not go to them. Like, this is your face.
This is your face.
It's your body. Like, you could actually like get really hurt or die, certain extreme cases if you do things with the wrong people. So that's always a big no for me.
Yeah.
And as far as like the business development side, because obviously beauty has definitely changed in the last 24 years. I mean, I feel like
in the last year,
every year changes.
Yeah, every year.
I mean, I think we are going back to a little bit more of the natural beauty, which like I prefer, so like that very fake looking beauty.
I do too.
So what have you learned that you wish you knew back then about business, like just like business development or business in general?
So what I learned is not to be your own island. You cannot be alone. You need a team. You need to build a team around you, and you need to surround yourself with people that add value to your business. I think that's crucial. That's what I've learned, because I'm a person that is a go-getter. I did not like delegating. So everything is like, go get it, you do it, and everything will fall on me. Through the years, I've realized it doesn't necessarily have to fall on you. You can delegate those assignments and those tasks to other people, and then you focus on your business. So you don't work in your business, you work on your business.
I love that.
And by having a team and by surrounding yourself with people that add value, it's a game changer. Don't just do it all by yourself. At the beginning, you're gonna have to, right? Because you're not gonna have the finances to hire that many people. But even though now you have AI, you have AI assistants, you have AI business development agents, you can start using that and take that to your advantage now. That's something I didn't have before when I started the businesses, but now you guys do.
And like, would you say AI, because you're saying the positive things about AI, but I feel like a lot of people are really worried that AI is taking people's jobs. Like, do you think that AI could just take over your job in some way? Or like, are you worried about AI negatively?
Not really. I think it'll take a long time before AI can actually inject someone. Right?
What about developing a business? Because I feel like, there's always plan.
You could have a business plan. You could have as many reports as you can, but if you cannot interpret those reports and those business plans, you're back at zero.
That's true.
So you could have as many great looking reports and plans, but if you don't know how to step into it, you're back to square one.
That's true. Like, I mean, AI can be
replaced completely.
I love like human interaction.
Yes.
Like I get it. AI has like its own big thing, it makes it quicker. You can perfect something. But at the end of the day, like, it's not a human.
No.
Humans aren't perfect either, but a human's a human. Like,
Right.
a machine's a machine. And I'm so sorry, but like, I'm not for AI. Like, at all. Like, it's so crazy. And like chat GPT, all that stuff.
So I'm not 100% for AI, but I think everything in life comes into play for a reason. So I think that AI can be incorporated in a way, but not 100% into a business, not replacing humans, right? Because as a business person, I know we have to also lean into technology. We have to lean in to the new things. Because look at IBM. Right? IBM doesn't exist anymore, right? As compared to Microsoft now.
Oh my gosh, I'll be honest. I know what IBM is, but I'm not really sure what IBM is. And I'm younger, I'm not that young.
What about Blockbuster?
I know, I did love that.
Okay, so Blockbuster,
but I'm not that young.
Blockbuster didn't lean into the technology that was coming in. They said, oh, nobody's gonna replace these VHS and those discs and all of that. Do you see them around?
It's Netflix.
That's why you have to be careful when technology comes in, you lean into it, you see how you can incorporate it into your business. So don't just zero it out. Don't just, say, no, that's not going to happen. No, you got to bring it into your business, see how you could incorporate it, and see how it could advance your business. Maybe not 100%, use it a little bit.
That's very true. I love that. Like saying to like lean into something instead of just like
Totally close off.
Yeah, like a big X. Definitely not. So what tips can you give people who are looking to get into this field? Like as a business person and also as an aesthetics field.
So as a business person, also as personal, right? Grow yourself first. Make sure that you learn as much as you can learn, and make sure that you personally are in the right state of mind, mentally, physically, emotionally, so that way you can align to your purpose, like I mentioned earlier, and all opportunities start coming in. That's personal, right? As you take that into your personal life, you bring that into your business life and you incorporate that. Because if you're not in the right place, if you have not learned what you need to learn, educate, read as many books as you can for your business, then that's not going to be able to help you in your business. So first of all is make sure you grow personally, learn as much as you can about the business, follow people that have done the business, listen to people that have done the business, and incorporate that into your business. Because ego is a detrimental to success.
Amen. I love that. You're like, listen to people who've done it. So listen to Sindy. That's why I'm doing this podcast. So people can like learn about you. 'Cause she's not just an injector, and I'm saying, oh, I'm not an people. And I mean, like, she's not even that, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's not business. Yeah, like, she's a bit. That's what I love about you. That you're like the owner and a business person. So it's like you do both ends. You're not just giving the people the plan and then like helping out a little, like dipping.
No.
Like you are here all the time.
Yes.
I love that. It's like, so how can people actually start a business like this? Like, is there like permits? Even I'm curious about this. Like, that's why I love these interviews. Like, I'm like, how do people do it? Like, what permits? Like, what? I don't know. Like, what? I don't even know. I don't even know how to properly ask that. Like, how can someone do what?
So how many licenses are required? What are the permits are required? That's why it's important for you to learn about the business. First, learn about the business that you want to start. Let's say it's landscaping, right? What does landscaping require? Do they require a permit from the city? Do they require a license, a liability license? Do they require a workers' comp license? What does it require for you to function? That's why it's important for you to research it, look into different resources out there that can help you and guide you through the whole process. So learn about it, start researching about it, and then that's the way that you can know what permits are needed and what licenses are needed for your business. But very important, don't let that hold you back. Go ahead and do what you're dreaming about and start it. Start it today. Today is the day for you to start.
Yeah, no, that's so true. It's like, especially nowadays where you can just go on the internet.
Yes.
And you can just ask, like, how can I open a medical aesthetics
so much
practice compared to maybe 24 years ago? You had to go to, I don't know, the permit office and ask someone how to do. I send you somewhere
and they're lost. I'm sorry, but they're lost. They send you in a circle. Oh, you're gonna need this, you're gonna need that, and then you realize and say, wow, I really didn't need this and need that. So just research and ask other people that are in the industry. There's a lot of people that are willing out there to help you, because they don't want you to struggle as much as they did. And there's other people that are open for you to join them in their venture, right? So ask, meet as many people as you can. And that's one of the things that I learned that towards the end, like you have to go to networking events. You have to connect with other people, because those people can be valuable to you personally and to your business as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think, and I love that you said this earlier about like basically people, not everyone gatekeeps. I think there's so many gatekeepers out there.
Oh, yes.
That's why I started this podcast, because like it's like everyone's gatekeeping, but I'm like, the people on this podcast, they're not gatekeepers. They want you to succeed, because like if you're so insecure that you think someone's gonna take your job or your spot or whatever, then like you need to check your ego at the door. And because like at one point someone helped you, or maybe even information online, that's information still helped you. That AI can only give so much information, so I think that like that's just like really, really great. And would you say there's a lot of permits that you have to get getting into this like medical aesthetics field?
Yes, there is.
There's a safety of health,
because you're dealing with people's lives and safety, and yes, there's a lot of permits that we have to get.
And like
licenses.
So it's like licenses and permits just to open up.
Right, and certifications.
Right.
So for example, the nurse practitioners need to be nurses, not only nurses, but from becoming a nurse, they need to become a nurse practitioner, or even have a doctorate in nursing. And here in Florida, you need to be a nurse practitioner in order to be an injector. Other states don't require that, but here in Florida, you have to.
Or other countries.
Right.
Everyone just does it. It's crazy.
So they need to be a nurse practitioner. And aside from them already having a nurse practitioner license, they need to be certified to inject in whatever Botox, fillers, threads, hormone replacement therapy. They need to be certified in that as well.
Gosh, wow.
Yeah,
like that's scary. Like, that's. And would you say nowadays you still have to go to many offices, or would you say it's like less offices you have to go into to get all these permits? Like, is it all more online, or is it more?
A lot of it's online. I think that through COVID changed a lot of things, but there's a lot of it now you can do online, but there's still things that you have to go in person to get. Yes.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. See, like, it's so easy nowadays. And I feel like if you can't even go online and spend however time to do it, it's 'cause you don't really want to do it.
Right.
Because if you really want to do it, you take the time. You don't have to go wait in line anymore. Like more, like you said, most is virtual, which is amazing. And gosh, I feel like it's been so good with you. You've answered so many of the questions like naturally.
Well, we have a connection, Every time you're doing a facial or anything, and I come in and I say hi, we start communicating. We have a natural connection, so I love that.
No, that's so true. Like, I love that we just like naturally, it's just like the first day, like just talking and talking.
And it's amazing that you mentioned that I know you for quite a bit of time. I remember when you came in the first time, when I saw her, she's like, oh, she's like a wildflower, She was in Thailand and she's going to Tulum and she's going this place and she's going
I've lived in so many different places since I have known each other.
And then her hair is blue today and her hair is green. And then fast forward 2 years later or 3 years later, she's a totally beautiful, transformed, confident woman that comes in now and says, oh, I have a podcast and I have this and I stopped doing this because it doesn't follow, doesn't follow my beliefs. And I am so proud of you that you have grown and you have matured to be such a powerful woman now.
Oh, stop, Cindy. I love you. I love that. Like, true. I feel like we never talked about this until last time about our faith because, like, I boldly stepped into my faith, but we also hadn't had contact for a while because, like, I just like, real talk, I was struggling financially. So I was like, oh, aesthetics, like, not gonna happen. Like, that is the last time I lived. And I was like, I was studying for a while, like, busting my butt. And then, like, I found God almost exactly in 1 month is 2 years ago. But I was like, I was just like a new little Christian baby. And then the last time I came in and I was like, Cindy, I'm a different person.
Yeah, like, and I noticed that.
I'm like, I never did anything bad, but I was like, I professionally danced for 5 years. I mean, obviously nothing like bad, but I was like, yeah, I just don't really feel like it's my calling anymore. And before it was like, I was hardcore in, like I was one of the main dancers at a company, like it was a big deal. And I was like, Cindy, like I love God now, I love Jesus, like. And then you were like, I do too. And then we like spent the whole time talking. And my nails are here, we will reach such a point with reconnecting. And you're like, you should come to this church. Like you invited me to visit my church, and she invited me to her church. Yeah, and I went. I loved it. To elevate Miami Lakes Church, and I loved it. I even went the other day, like last minute, and I was like, Cindy, I thought of you. I went to your church. I know you don't go at this time, but like I went.
And it was really I love it that you went, and I love that you have that connection with God now, and that you found God within your journey. And I think that is another mission that we have, aside from helping others start their businesses. I think it's a mission that we have to speak the word for all those that are lost out there, that are going through a journey that nothing fulfills them, right? That they might be in drugs, or they might be just sleeping around, just looking for pleasure, and they can't find it. And you're not going to find it, because I think the only way that emptiness can be filled is through Jesus Christ.
Amen. Right? Amen. 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 So good. So good. Like, how would you say that your faith has kept you strong during your whole career?
I think that faith is what has been the most important part in my life. Without faith, I would not be here. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, like I look at my life like over 2 years ago, and I'm like, how did I do it before? And you're like, and I know you've been a believer your whole life, right? Mm-hmm. And for me, I'm like, man, like, how did I do life before? And I was talking with some girlfriends the other day. We're all like, how did we do this before? Because we all like are newer Christians on like the newer end, and we're just like, we just like can't go back. Like we just cannot go back.
And it's interesting that you mentioned that, because like you're a new beginner, like you're a new believer, and it's a new journey for you. And like you said, I've been in Christ for many, many years. I've been a believer, but then it comes to a time that people start like criticizing you. Oh my God, you don't drink.
right?
I do drink. I have my drink of wine if I want to, but I just don't become intoxicated, right?
Exactly.
And well, you don't go out to clubs. No, I don't have to go to clubs. I could have fun without going to clubs. Oh, but you don't sleep around. No, I don't have to sleep around. I can just look for the right person that's going to come into my life. And it's just choices that you make according to your beliefs. And yes, you are going to be criticized. Yes, you are going to be you're gonna be called, oh my gosh, such a bore, whatever. I mean, we're not bored. I mean,
we're not boring at all.
We could be happy without a drink. We could be happy. We've laughed and made jokes and things like that. You don't have to. So for all those people out there that can be depressed or are sad and going through difficult things, we have gone through difficult things.
Yeah.
We have gone through financial hardship. We have gone through love breaks, heartbreaks.
Yes.
We have gone through so many things in our lives that today we'll tell you, you're going to make it through, and just hold on to your faith and be strong, because you're going to make it through and you're going to be stronger at the end of this.
Super amen to that.
Yes.
And we're almost wrapping up, sadly, but I have 2 questions to ask you. I guess they could go hand in hand. Because I wanted you to talk about, you kind of mentioned it though, how the field has grown since you started. And I wanted you to talk about how you're a speaker a lot of times. You can invite me to one of your events. So I definitely want you to talk about those 2 things before we wrap up.
Sure. So the industry has changed quite a bit since we started. There is a lot more med spas coming up. Their competition, which is fine. Competition is always good. How do we set ourselves apart from that? We make sure that all of our injectors are certified, are board certified, have their licenses, and most importantly, we make sure that our clients feel like if they're home, like if we're part of their family. That's how we set ourselves apart. And how did what was the last question?
I asked how's the field grown since you started, and then to talk about your how you got into the speaking engagement.
Oh, the speaking engagement. So I met Carl Smith. He is a coach, business development person. And I met him a year ago. And he said, we need to sit down with you and we need to do a one-on-one on how you should speak of what you have done. And so he did a 2-minute you with me. So what that means is, what are my goals? Where I came from? What are my goals? What is my journey? And how can I present that to people so that people can connect to our brand, to me? Because you can present the product, right? But people don't care about the product. People care about you, who is selling that product. They want to connect to you. And that's what he taught me. People need to be able to connect to Sindy so that they can come to Excel Aesthetics, so that they can purchase the products that we have here, right? And that's what he tried, or what that he aimed in doing, is to make sure that Sindy is able to deliver the message to you of who I am, what I represent, and what I do. Yes.
And what is a really good tip he gave you to, because I love that connection.
Yes.
What was the main tip you don't ever forget to connect with people?
The main tip to connect first is, in our minds, we have so many thoughts, right? So you have to write them down.
Oh, I write every thought down.
Yes, you have to write them down. And then once you see what you have in your head, and then you're able to eliminate all the things that are just preventing you from getting into your dream, and then you analyze and you structure it to, how can I get to my dream by following these steps? So writing down your ideas and believing in yourself is two of the main tips that I got.
I love that. I'm gonna start looking him up too.
Yeah,
go do an interview with me.
Yes, I'll make sure that you guys connect.
And then, how did you become not a motivational speaker, but a business speaker? How did that? Did you get someone to invite you?
Yes. So I started going to different events as a vendor. as a vendor. So I would do Excel aesthetics and everything. Like I told you, align yourself with your purpose and everything will come. Opportunities will start coming. Then I noticed that I am aligned with my purpose, which is making sure that other women start their practices, start their businesses. And then I started going to different activities, different vendors, started going to networking events. And then they started inviting me. Oh, we would love to have you in our speaking event. We would love to have you on our podcast, like you invited me to.
that.
And that's how I started. And then I have my 2-minute you, which I present myself. I present Excel aesthetics. And so far, I've been in like 6 different events.
In South Florida?
In South Florida, yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I didn't know it was that many. I know, like, you invited me to one, and I'm like, just keep inviting me. And one day you would go. I love that. I love, like, supporting people that I care about. And also, I think it's so important to keep growing and, like, not just connecting, but, like, growing. And, like, by seeing other people speak. Because maybe something you say at one event really hits home for me. You never know. Or maybe another speaker. Like, I think that's so good. And like, just in general.
I think I said that once in one of our other podcasts that I was in, that when you're at a network event, sometimes you might feel a little awkward because you don't feel like you connect with the people, but it only takes one person.
Yeah.
You only need to be able to connect to that one person that can change your life and can transform your life and can be that boost that you need in your life.
Yeah, it's like, as long as that one person believes in you, like, that's all I need. That's all I need. So what's next for Sindy and Excel? Like, what's
exciting now is we're expanding. We're finally going to Kendall. You know,
oh my God, I know. That's like the area you're because North Miami is great, but Kendall's like the perfect join for a lot of people. So now you can get like the South because you really got the North Miami people.
Yeah, North Miami, we needed to cover the South. So now, starting June 1st, we are officially down south. We're right in front of Tom Miami Airport.
Oh,
and we're super excited that we're gonna be there. Yali Acevedo is the nurse practitioner that's gonna be covering that site, and we're super excited to open soon.
So you have 2 locations.
Now we're gonna have 2 locations. Yes.
Oh, but then will you still be in North Miami though?
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh, and then I still gotta come here though.
Yeah,
my girl.
Yeah,
it's just you need to go there every once in a while. So when I need like a touch up of like something, a facial, like Sindy, I'm so sorry, but you gotta
just say hi.
You gotta come to Kendall.
I'll just gonna say hi.
Like for the Kendall. I love that. Wow, that's some of that area.
Like, I'm just here for Nikki. We're just
chatting. Oh, I love it. That's such a good area. So you're gonna get really good clients.
Like,
it's a really good area. There's not really like many med spas in that area that I'm not aware of.
I kind of did a Google search and I noticed it's so smart. Not in that area.
Which is so smart because I feel like so many people are in like Brickell or downtown or Miami Beach, but like
everyone is in Midtown. Everybody's in Shore. Everybody is at Edgewater. Everybody's
so saturated, and it's also 3 times more expensive because rent is 3 times more expensive. Yeah. So I'm just like, I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited for you, and I'm so excited for this. Do you have any speaking engagements coming up?
I have one the first week of June. So I'll be there. I think it's the 3rd of June, and then I'm gonna be there. Yeah, and speaking.
You gotta let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know. It's
so fun. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Sindy, like I've been I'm so excited we finally been able to do this. Because we have our schedule maybe 4 times, but it's not been on purpose. It's just that, like, something pops up for work for me, something pops up for work for you, and I'm like, listen, like I get it, like. At least you let me know. We don't ghost each other ever. So I'm just so excited. Happy we did this. Like, I feel like
I'm excited to be in your podcast.
Yes, people are gonna be like so. They're gonna learn so much from your story and from your advice, and now I can see why you do so good on the mic because I know you were a speaker, but you've been on podcasts before, and people get so nervous when I invite them or when we're recording. But for me, I was like, it was just a combo.
It's a conversation that we usually have. We come to the office and we start talking about, hey, how's your life? And anybody you found, or you're dating someone, or what's going on, and just reconnecting, and that's what we're doing with your audience now. We're connecting with them so that they know that we're real.
Yeah.
We're the real thing.
Yeah. And you were actually my first guest on my new podcast.
Oh,
I'm on a travel podcast.
Wow.
And let me tell you, I learned a lot from there, but I feel like God really told me to start this different podcast. And you're like one of the first people I asked. And you're my first guest. So it's just like, it was meant to be. It was great. So just thank you.
Thank you for inviting me. And remember to follow us at Excel Aesthetics 1 on Instagram.
Can you spell that out for people?
Sure. It's, on Instagram, you could find at Instagram at EXCLAESTHETICS1.
The number one.
Yes, number one.
Yes.
So follow us there at Excel Aesthetics 1.
Yes. And you can get all the info, all the, all the promotions are there. That's why
All the shirts.
guys.
Yes,
I think
found
it was
us on
on
Instagram.
Groupon. No, it was Instagram.
Yeah.
There was like an amazing promo. Oh my gosh, I remember about like, it was like $700 for like 10 sessions of like full body laser.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I'm going. And then I looked you guys up and it was still on the newer end. But I was like, hey, it still have good reviews for what it was.
Yeah.
And a deal for that.
Yeah.
And honestly, of all the laser hair removal I've done, like I did so much laser hair removal before you, like none of them worked. So yours is all of this work. Like look at me, I'm so more rad. I love it. But sorry, ladies, if it doesn't hurt, it doesn't work. I'm so sorry to tell you. They're like pain-free laser hair removal. No.
It has to it's as if destroying an hair follicle. So it has to bother a little bit.
Exactly. Yours is not painful. Like you feel it like a very sharp rubber band, but it goes away fast. And you're really good about it, like with the little roller after. But so it's not traumatizing, but it's not like you can just, it's not a walk in the park.
And the benefits are so much worth
It's worth it.
Right? Especially now for summer, if you wear your bathing suit, you don't have to be worrying about shaving. You don't have to have those rashes that the razors cause. It's going to be amazing.
I haven't had that problem in so many years, so I just thank Excel Aesthetics and Steve. Yeah, you're treating me
Thank you so much for trusting us. I love that. And thank you so much for your podcast, for being here and supporting us. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, that was a great one. Oh, that was so good. We did great.
That's so good. Podcast.
Hola, mi gente. I really hope you all had a blast listening to this episode. I had so much fun recording it. So please like, share, review this podcast, Spotify, Instagram, YouTube, Apple, wherever you listen to your podcast. Share it with your grandma, mom, dad, abuelita, boyfriend, girlfriend, whomever, whatever. And follow me on Instagram at That's So Good Podcast. So with 2 O's. And we'll catch you next week. Ciao for now. Bye. Mwah.